Hello everybody, it's Gager here with another episode of the Let's Play Survival series. I'd just like to start with a disclaimer. Aside from this clip, I recorded the entire video with no sound. So I apologize for that. Apparently, I don't know if OBS had an update, my computer updated, what happened, but I thought I was recording, I thought I had sound, and there was none. Absolutely no sound at all. Usually you guys luck out and I just forget to unmute my mic and I still have game sound, but unfortunately there is just no game sound or microphone sound. So yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. But for today, not going to zoom in too much behind me because, as you can probably tell, the whole episode's already filmed. Just doing this at the very end of the whole process. We were going to get rid of that nice spruce log bridge that we had and replace it with something awesome. And then I'm going to, throughout the rest of the video, I'm going to be looking for all of the different dyes. So I don't even remember the whole list. There's like 16 of them. I got all of my sheep put away in the pen there rather than being on the in a little hole on the outside of the barn. So once I get all those dyes, I'll dye all those sheep and we'll have loads and loads of wool. But other than that, outside of this episode, I've kind of got some plans for the future episodes and how we're going to be really what's that gotta get out of? There we go. How we're really going to be developing this area beneath. Maybe at the end of the video I will give you guys some teasers, but there's going to be a building here. I'm going to fill in part of that little pond that I was going to have, and there will be another building there. And then tucked between those little outcroppings there's going to be another building there. I don't know what episodes those are going to be in yet, but they will be in. Know it. And then obviously we're going to work on terraforming in future episodes, not in this one. Getting the river looking a lot more like a river. But in order to do that, I need to actually get some mud going and my little mud generator in there. And yeah, so this will be the about the most sound besides some music and my voice that you guys hear. So I hope you do enjoy the video. Once again, I do apologize for not recording it all properly. I kind of feel like a big dummy not doing that. But man, those mountains are just so freaking cool. You can't wait to build some stuff back there. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. And if you've enjoyed it up to this point already, which I'm hoping you have, please subscribe, leave a like, and we'll talk again at the end. Alright, so we're just going to get started right away today. Going to be building this dam. Obviously I have a little bit of the base finished and it's going to be going all the way up to the spruce. So yeah, let's get right into the build. I'm very excited for how it's going to turn out, and let's do this. So now that we've gotten the dam all finished up, I'm going to be collecting a bunch of flowers and everything else that I need to get all of the dyes. So as you can see, I've collected a pretty good amount already, but now we're just going to grab some peonies, grab some bone meal, and until we get quite a bit. Okay, and while this is going, obviously I'm just speed running, getting all of the flower in the area, because luckily the good part about where I picked is there is a lot of meadow surrounding pretty much everywhere, so I have access to all of the flowers except for the blue orchid, I believe is what it's called, the one that spawns in the swamp. So aside from that one, I have access to pretty much all of the flowers. And while collecting all of my flowers in the meadow, I found these two goats that were extremely far away from what I felt like was their home. Then obviously I turned around and their home was just right there, completely surrounded by meadow, plains, and flower forest, as well as a warm biome. Not really sure how that snowy area ended up in there, but it's Minecraft. It ain't real life, so it's just how it is. Alright, now that most of my collection is done, I'm going to be going through and just making all of the dyes. We got our magenta dye, our pink dye, the blue dye, some orange, some red, some light gray, pink dye. Already made pink dye though. Not sure I'm gonna make that one again. Guess I didn't. Good thinking, Fast Scager. And then light gray again. Obviously I wasn't going to make that. This is where I get a little confused. Because I'm like, what the heck gives me white dye? And then I had to look on the wiki and it's like, oh, bone meal. Because even the white tulips give you light gray dye for some reason. Doesn't make any sense to me. I doesn't. No freaking idea. So this is me going and making a bunch of bone meal and then making a pretty good amount of white dye. Then as you can tell by the going back and forth between all of the different boxes, the crafting table, my inventory, getting a little confused here because I feel like I'm getting most of the dyes, but I just don't have 16 yet. This is when I start thinking, like, all right, what am I missing? All right, we got our black dye. Need it out. Can't believe we almost forgot that. And then I'm like, all right, so we still need our light blue dye. So I go ahead and make that one. Then I'm like, oh god, somehow I made 64 of these. I really wish I had made dyes in like other worlds. Dyes are one thing I've literally never messed with in all of my years playing Minecraft. I just never put enough time or effort into a survival world to actually like need these kinds of things. So this is all new to me. And then I'm like, all right, perfect. We grab our blue, we grab our red, and then we got purple dye. Then big brain gauge is like, okay, we should be able to grab blue dye and yellow dye and make a green dye. Quickly realized this was not the case, as you will see coming up shortly. Of course, it's going to be after I spend a pretty decent amount of time organizing things, moving things back and forth, but from shulker box to shulker box. Sleeping a little bit. And now I'm flying, because this is when I realized, oh god, I gotta go get some cactuses. But on my flights, I found this awesome spot where I'm gonna put a Pirate's Cove sometime. It's going to be amazing, probably one of the coolest things that I've ever built, hopefully. I found this cool little jungle right on that little ocean side, and in the jungle I noticed a little black and white spot. A great panda. The great panda. And in my excitement, I also realized that this is the only panda in the area, at least from what I can see right here. So he's obviously very lonely. I need to be his friend. And so I just fly away, remember where he's at, I'll be back for him. And then I found all these mountains with all this calcite on it. I'm going to be using a lot of calcite in my future builds. It's just going to happen. I find it to be such a unique block. Looks awesome. And it actually mixes well with a lot of other builds and block palettes and everything as well. From this mountain, I found a gigantic hole. I felt like pointing it out for some reason. It was pretty neat. But really wasn't anything that special. In the moment, I loved it though, because I'd been flying for thousands of blocks. This is where I'm getting into the Badlands. And I also needed some coral. So this was another reason I was making this trip over here. And here I go flying under the arch. I know it's very dark, very dark. All right, I'm flying back out. All right, hit that wall a little bit. That's fine. And then a little bit of coral montage. Yeah, that was just a little bit. And then I obviously made some cool lines when I was picking up some sand. Then this is where I found my zombie spawner. So here I obviously had to go kill a creeper so I get some gunpowder, because I have no gunpowder. So in order for me to fly around, I have to kill creepers in the middle of the night. Still in this little cave right behind the mill. I was digging it all out to try and build a tunnel from my raid farm area over to my main area. And then I found this. Just a perfect little zombie spawner. And then hop out of my head, show you where it's at. So I'm obviously right there. Zombie spawner's right there. Right above that, some open ground. Guess it's just another reason to make another build. Gonna have some weird little stone pillars just sticking right out when those zombies are getting sucked up into it, and then drop down into a little pit that I can kill them in. And I found a little fish head. And this is me. Okay, all right. Well, this is me presenting to you my dam in a little bit more of a formal way than I have yet in the episode. Now that I've gotten most of the stuff on there, I think I had made a little cart, and I wanted to make sure I got some hay blocks to really stack up the cart and make it look like, you know, looking good. So yeah, this is the top of the dam. You'll see soon that the rest of the dam also looks pretty awesome in my opinion. And then this is probably also me talking about where I'm putting the zombie spawner. Already talked to you about that. And while I'm doing the zombie spawner, obviously I will be able to collect all the resources that are going on at that mill. So we'll have loads of sugarcane, loads of bamboo, and tons of cactus. And then I used a farm, a mob farm build that Waddles, I believe, had made, where you utilize a little fence. Obviously, you're floating on the water, the fence pops you up, and then you get sucked right up into the little bubble column. It's a nice little couple of hits. Alright, now that we've gotten this far into the video, you've seen obviously our beautiful dam here. Collected most of the dyes, and we even got a bonus little zombie spawner back there. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, from underneath, I think this dam actually looks awesome. We're going to be opening up one of these little gates and having water flowing out of there, kind of filling up this area after I get all of the sand and mud bricks and clay and all of that kind of fill in this area. So yeah, we'll just kind of take a little trip down here, and then I will give you guys a little glimpse of what is to come. So as of right now, we do have the shaders on, so if you do, just bear with me 1 second. I will have to get those off so that way I can show you what I'm thinking. Alright, so now that I'm back with no shaders, I'm going to give you guys just a little sneak peek into kind of the size of these builds. So obviously we're not going to have the giant wool ring around it. I'll get that removed. And then this will be the rough outline of the other building. So I'm very excited for how these ones turned out. Obviously we don't have them moved over into our survival world, but I do have them completely finalized in my creative world. So yeah, super excited about that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you do believe it deserved a rating, oh my goodness, I gotta work on this. If you believe it deserved a rating, leave a like and comment what you'd like to see next. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a good one. Bye.